Guys, today's the day. I'm giving in. I'm getting myself a bookshelf. So I'm going to go over to IKEA and see if they've got any Billy bookcases in, and then I can try and construct that. I have no books to go on this bookshelf as of yet, but we're going to go with it anyway. Oh, I'll show you where I plan on putting it. Here behind my door I have just like this shelf here. I did have a chest of drawers and a box full of random stuff here, so I've deconstructed that, empty it. I don't want to talk about the rest of the room behind me at the moment with the mess in this room from emptying those drawers. And then I'm going to get a Billy bookcase. I'm going to take down this because I have some kind of somewhere. I have this thing that can go onto bookshelves, so I can hang some of these things. And then, so I'm going to take that down. I'm going to put the ornaments kind of on, maybe on the bookshelves. I don't know. It depends if they fit the vibe, but they probably won't. I do love my little my beach hut. I will probably keep that and see if I can maybe get some beach reads or something like that and have a shelf. Maybe it could go on my romance shelf. I don't know, we'll see. I haven't actually got a book to put on there yet, so this is just going to be the start of an obsession and I'm going to have no money. But yeah, so that's going to go down, and then I'm going to have a Billy bookshelf which should come to about level with the top of the door frame. And then I might have some room for a couple bits on the top. Yeah, so we're going to go and we're going to go to IKEA and go pick up the Billy bookcase and hope that it fits in my car. I should probably measure my car first to make sure it will fit. Yeah, we'll see. We've had a successful IKEA trip. It's just about in the car. But yeah, we had a bit of a dilemma. The one that I wanted wasn't available. It was sold out, even though it said online that it wasn't. So I've had to get the more expensive one, but these are deeper shelves, so I'll be able to get more stuff on them, so it's not the end of the world. One of the book club girls met me at IKEA, which was very helpful because this is very heavy and very awkward to carry. So I'm going to drive home now and put this together. I chose the wrong time of year to be doing this. It was so warm building that and incredibly frustrating at times when I couldn't find half the tools I needed. But we have a wardrobe. It's not a wardrobe, it is a bookshelf. If anyone that doesn't know, this is the Billy bookshelf from IKEA. This cost me £80. So yeah, you could, I've already chipped it, but yeah, it wouldn't be mine if it wasn't damaged already. But yeah, it's up, it's ready. It's very, very empty, so now I need to work out what the hell I'm going to put on there because I don't own any books yet. I may have accidentally gone to Waterstones and the Works today and spent a little bit more than I intended. So I'm going to talk you through the books that I have bought. There is more than 20 books, but it does mean I will actually have some books to fill the shelves. Sorry, I'm trying to find a decent light, but that is too bright and I can't see a thing, and this is really dark, but we're going to just roll with it. But yeah, let's get started. I'm going to get comfortable on my beanbag and we're going to talk through the books that I've got. Firstly, I've got this little cute reusable bag from the Works, which was £1. So where do we start? Because I shopped in the Works and I shopped in Waterstones. So I do have, so basically what happened is I went onto the Works website to have a look at some books that I wanted to buy, because I heard the Works have some like quite a lot of pretty books for cheap, so like books with sprayed edges and all that, and it was successful, and I ordered one, not liking the sound of it and not realizing that it was the second one in a series. So I've ordered that, and I have got the first one on order, but to get a free collection I had to spend like a certain amount of money, so that's where we're at with that. So I bought, and I'm trying to sort these out. I really should have sorted them before I started recording. I bought 3 books online at the Works. Did I? Did I buy 3? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I bought, so from the Works I ordered a few books. So I ordered 1,000 Broken Pieces by Tilly Cole, because it had the pretty sprayed edges, and I know you shouldn't buy a book by its cover, but it's done now. And it came with a really cute little bookmark, which was nice. And this is the one where I realised I bought the second in a series. I don't know if it actually matters if you read them in order or not, but I have ordered the first one anyway, just in case, and I will try and read them in the right order of release. But yeah, it had some really pretty sprayed edges. I thought it'd be cute on the bookshelf if I can keep it that way, or maybe I display it somehow. I'm definitely going to need some bookends or something to keep some of these books up at the moment, because I have not got enough books to fill a shelf. I haven't even got enough books to fill a shelf, and I have spent a fortune. A small fortune anyway. Anyway, so I got that one. And then this was only £2.50, and I've been wanting to read this. I was going to buy it on Kindle, and then I saw it was only £2.50, which is actually like £1 cheaper than buying it on Kindle. And I thought, oh, it's a nice enough cover, and it looks like a good read. So, and that is Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. I believe it's about a one-night stand that leads to an unexpected pregnancy, yeah. And yeah, I'm intrigued. I've heard good things about it. I've heard it's a really good read, and I am quite excited to read this one, so I might make this one of the next books I read, if my TBR allows at the time. So that's the second book I ordered. And then, this is going back to nostalgia now. I heard that, and I don't know how popular this author is in other countries. I don't know if that's the thing, or whether it's just here. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with reading Jacqueline Wilson books, and I've heard that she is bringing, in fact I haven't heard, I've seen on Penguin Books website, that she's bringing out a follow-up to the Girls in Love series, but marketed and aimed at like the people that read it at the time, so it's more of an adult, not like novel. So I've bought, for nostalgia purposes, the box set of the Girls in Love books, because I can't remember what happened. I read these probably when I was about 12, so I thought I'd give these a read in preparation for the new one. And I am tempted to pre-order. You can get a signed edition on Waterstones, and it's a really nice edition. So do I order one? I don't know. I might pre-order it maybe next month. Maybe I'll pre-order it next month, but I think it comes out in September, so I'm looking forward to that. Whether I'll get all these read and in time for the release, probably not. So I probably will read the new release later in the year. But yeah, it is very much nostalgia, these. I am looking forward to reading these, because I cannot remember for the life of me what happens. So those were my orders, and my intention was to go and collect these from the Works local to me, and then head into Waterstones and have a look there, see what I find. However, my friend messaged me the day before these were due to arrive and said, hey, do you fancy going into Birmingham? So my local Waterstones and the Works isn't Birmingham, but they have a huge Waterstones. I think it's 4-storey Waterstones in the centre of Birmingham. So I was like, yeah, you know what? They haven't messaged me to say these are ready yet. I'm going to go and have a look and a walk around the Waterstones up in Birmingham, because I do want to fill some of these shelves up and get some books on the go. While I was there, I went into the Works that's in Birmingham. I saw lots of books that I've probably already read. I've seen a lot of romance books that I do kind of want to read, but I just didn't really fancy buying them in paperback, to be honest. So I thought they'll probably more for Kindle. So I will get a load of them on Kindle. However, I did see this one, which is The Star and the Strange Moon by Constance Sayers. And it looks like it's a bit of a murder mystery set across 2 time periods. So it says Gemma Turner once dreamed of stardom, now she's on the cusp of obscurity. When a radical new horror film offers her the leading role, her looks set to change. Until one dark night, Gemma disappears on set and is never seen again. But this is the only beginning. This is only the beginning. Gemma has been pulled into the film itself, where the script and the horrors within it are more real than she ever imagined, and she must play her role perfectly if she hopes to survive. So that's set in the 60s. And then fast forward to 2007, it says Gemma Turner's disappearance is one of Hollywood's greatest mysteries, one that's captivated film student Christopher ever since he saw the infamous, I'm not going to pronounce that. The film is screened just once a decade, and each time there is a new impossible footage of Gemma that simply shouldn't exist. Compelled by curiosity, Christopher dares to unravel the truth, but answers to the film's mystery may leave him trapped by it forever. And I'm hoping this is not the... No, I don't think it's the... I think this is a standalone. But yeah, it's a bit of a murder mystery, but maybe with a bit of horror in there. But it seemed good, and £3. It was a bargain. So I got that. And I went in there and I thought, oh, do you know what? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books there. At this point I hadn't picked these up, and I was like, I can't go away with just this. I need to head into Waterstones and see what I can get. Now, Waterstones. Bearing in mind Waterstones is more expensive than the Works, so this is a major problem. The first book that caught my eye as I walked into the Waterstones is A Letter to the Luminous Deep by Sylvie Catherall. I know you shouldn't do this, but I judged the book by its cover. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The actual hardback underneath is boring. And actually some of the pages are coming out in this book. Oh, this book is falling apart. Oh no, I might have to try and fix that. Anyway, we won't look at that now. But I mean, it looks pretty when the cover's on. So yeah, it is a beautiful book, and I liked the idea and the premise of the book. I did actually read it before I read the blurb before I bought it, and I did like the sound of it. But I will admit to mostly liking it for the cover, and I thought it'd go really, really cute next to my little beach hut ornament. It's a money box. So yeah, I got that, and I'm actually really annoyed now that this is falling apart. Rather annoyed. Never mind. We just won't look at that. Then I knew that I wanted to read. So I read the Caraval series. I read the first one in the Caraval series. Probably, when did this come out? I actually probably read this when it first came out. First published 2017. Yeah, I probably read this when it first came out, but before the rest of the series was released. So I don't remember much about this book. I mean, that doesn't suggest that it's a very memorable book, but I remember bits about it. But I wanted to give it a try because I want to read the sequel. I was going to buy the whole set, but they didn't have the finale in paperback at the time, so I just went with the first two for now. Because I've read this one and I know that I read it and I got through it, I thought, you know what, I'll be fine with the next one, because I'm not one of these people that will buy a whole series. Ignore that. A whole series in one go just because of the aesthetic. Although these are very pretty. I do love the design of these. They're very, very much me. However, for the purpose of the aesthetic of this bookcase, I bought the full trilogy of the... Is this like a side story? I don't know how it links to Caraval. I don't know whether you have to read Caraval first to be able to read these, or whether you should read these first. So I need to have a look, but I just loved these covers. I think they're beautiful and they're very girly. I love them. So I thought I'm just going to buy the full set, which I'm already regretting in case I don't like them. Once Upon a Broken Heart series by Stephanie Garber, who's the same author as Caraval. So I just need to double check whether I should read these first and then move on to Caraval or not, or the other way around. But yeah, I bought the full series of that. I didn't buy this book for the aesthetic, but I actually liked the sound of the actual story. So I've bought Neuromancer by William Gibson, and it's Henry Dorset Case is a low-level hustler, former hack and console cowboy who crashed and burned. His nerves were damaged, and so, cut off from the digital matrix, he slouches through life until he meets Molly, an augmented razor girl who offers him a deal on behalf of a shady man called Armitage. His nerves repaired and matrix access restored in exchange for a single job, but it's not so simple unless he completes the job. Sacks of poison will explode inside him and cripple him again, and the job, that might be impossible. Yeah, it just sounded like a cool premise. It's actually a pretty cool cover, but it's not going to go with the aesthetic and the idea that I've got for the bookcase, but it sounded quite cool, and it sounded a little bit different to what I usually would read, so I picked that up and I'll see what that is like. I think that was a debut novel as well, so that could be quite interesting. One of the Once Upon a Broken Heart series was on buy one get one free, but the other two weren't, annoyingly. So I had to get one that was buy one get one half price, because I was going to get a book for £4. So I went with I think this is Waterstone's book of the month, and it's Ink Blood Sister Scribe, which, to be fair, the lady on the till was really trying to sell this to me. And you know what? She did. Oh, it's a very floppy book. But it says, but these aren't ordinary books. Oh, sorry. Deep in the woods of Vermont is a house nobody can find, a house where Joanna Calute lives alone, protecting a collection of rare books. But these aren't ordinary books. These are books of ancient magic containing spells written in blood. Joanna's estranged older sister, Esther, is constantly on the move, attempting to outrun the deadly magic that killed her mother. Now camped out on an isolated research base in Antarctica, Esther has finally found a sense of happiness and belonging. When she finds blood on a mirror, she knows she's being watched and hunted, but by who? All she knows is that she, Joanna, and the books they protect are in terrible danger. So it sounded, not kind of my usual type of book, but it was Waterstone's book of the month, I think. So I thought I'll give it a go, and it sounds alright. It will sound different, maybe open me up to a few other kind of books. So that is what I got from Waterstones. Oh, sorry. No, I also bought the black edition of Death Note Book 1. I have bought this actually for my boyfriend. However, I do want to give it a go myself. So I am going to give it a try, but I thought it was really cool looking book. But yeah. So I have bought that for my other half, but it is going on my bookcase, and I am going to try it. Then, by this point, even though you can clearly see that I went back to the works and got the books that I pre-ordered, I had an email from Waterstone. I I had an email from the works to say my books were ready to collect. So I headed into my local works to go and collect these. And while we were there, me and my boyfriend, we had a wander around Waterstones here, and we also went and collected my books. And I went back into Waterstones. Again, Blake bought himself Hell's Paradise, which is another manga book. I probably won't read this, but it's going on there anyway just to have a look at. We bought Nevernight. So when we went in, we bought more books that are probably more like, most of these are more my style books. So when we went into Waterstones together, we bought more books that are probably aimed at both our tastes. So we bought Nevernight by J. Kristoff. I've heard a lot of good things about this, so I am quite keen to get that read. Maybe I'll read it on my holiday, because I do go on holiday soon, so maybe I'll read it then, but we'll see. The Empire of the Vampire, which is again by J. Kristoff. I don't know much about this one. I haven't actually heard of this one, but oh, it's got actually some really beautiful illustrations inside of this book. So that's pretty cool. It's not a very floppy book, so I'm scared to actually open it too much. I'll probably be reading it like this, so that's not great. But yeah, so we bought Empire of the Vampire. Blake's got the first one in this already, so he's bought the second one for himself, so I will also give this book series a try. Actually, I don't know what the first one's called, but it's Joe Abercrombie, and it is the First Law series. This is the second book in the series, which is Before They Are Hanged. He's currently reading the first one at the moment, so he's bought the second one so he can go straight onto this. So I will also give this series a go. Last but not least, I bought this very, very pretty hardback. How beautiful is that? Which is The Fellowship of the Puzzle Makers by Samuel Burr. And I read the blurb, and it gave me... I've just finished reading Richard Osman's first book in the Thursday Murder Club, and while this book focuses on a 25-year-old, it did give me very much kind of that same kind of vibe, because it's most of the members of the Fellowship of the Puzzle Makers are older people, so it gave me those vibes, and I really liked the sound of the story. So it says here, he might be 25 years old, but he dresses like your granddad and drinks sherry like your aunt. Abandoned at birth on the steps of the Fellowship of Puzzle Makers, he was raised by the sharpest minds in the British Isles and finds himself amongst the last survivors of a fading institution. When the esteemed crossword compiler Pippa Ulsbrook passes away, she bestows her final puzzle to him and promises to reveal the mystery of his parentage and prepare him for his future. Yet, as Clay begins to unpick the clues, he uncovers something even the Fellowship have never been able to solve, and it's a secret that will change everything. So I don't really like the sound of this book. At this point, I wasn't going to buy any more books because I'd already got all of these, and then Blake had bought himself a few that I thought I might read too. So I wasn't going to buy them anymore. But I was so drawn to this beautiful cover, and also the blurb on this book it just really drew me in. And I found myself walking around the shop, and I was like, I want to go back and get it. And it was an offer, so it was originally £17, but I got £3 off, so it was a little bit cheaper. So hopefully I've amassed plenty of Waterstones club card points, and I might get myself a free £10 off soon. We'll see. But yeah, so that is all of the books that I bought on the book haul. That is not bad going. I've nearly filled a shelf. I just need to like lay out the shelves a little bit better now, so I don't really know what I'm going to do to lay them out. I think this one I've ordered a couple of like stands to sit some of the prettier books in, so I'll probably stick oh my god, oh god, this is falling apart. I'm actually really disappointed, but it looks okay in the actual case. It's just when you actually open the book that it starts to fall apart. I might be able to glue this back together. Oh no, it's actually how it's been glued. It's just been glued really badly. So we'll see. We'll see. But it looks okay in when it's shut. So I think I'm going to put these two on stands because they are very beautiful. And then I'm probably going to try and sort these out into, like, I don't know, I was thinking like fantasy and then romance and stuff, but really I've got, does this count as fantasy or romance? Oh, it's not fantasy, but this is more romance, I think. I don't really know. I was sold by the cover, the sprayed edges. So at this moment in time, I don't really think I can split them. I think the majority of these are fantasy fiction or like romantasy. So it's going to be interesting how I'm going to... I think they're going to stay on this shelf until I have more to be able to organise, if that makes sense. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, guys, I have books. I actually have a physical TBR now, and I actually do think I'm going to have to put a prompt. I'm going to have to put a prompt in my TBR jar to pick from my physical TBR, because I'm not going to speed through these, but I will want to read them at some point. But they're here now. I have them. I have a bookshelf. I no longer have to tell you guys that I'm a Kindle reader because I don't have room, because I actually threw out so much clothes and moved everything around to make this happen. So I'm pretty happy, and now I just need to pick up bits and bobs here and there and books along the way to kind of dress it a little bit better. Currently I just have a beach hut and an elephant pillow, which will not stay there. That will not stay there. Let me know what you guys think. If any of these books you've already read and you recommend, and you or you don't recommend, let me know. I'm hoping they're all pretty good. I've tried to steer clear of just buying stuff because of their prettiness, but I've contradicted myself so much in this whole video anyway. Let's face it, I bought this whole series here based on the appearance of the books, and this here. This sprayed edge was bought because it looked pretty. So I am a liar. But yeah, at least I got a nice bag out of it too. So this is definitely going to be my book buying bag. So that'll have to go on there somewhere. Yeah, if there's anything you guys recommend I should do let me know how you think I should organise my shelves as well. I really love the rainbow effect, like where they do different colours. But I've already got so many different coloured books already. I don't think that's going to work. So it's probably going to have to be like by genre to begin with. But they are quite deep shelves as well, so I can definitely get 2 rows in here of books. I'm just so happy to have bookshelves. I'm so happy. My purse isn't happy right now, but I'm happy. And my bookcase is rich. So, okay, right. I'm going to sign off, guys. You'll probably see me next for my for my August TBR picks, which I will have out soon, because now I have physical books to actually put in there. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked this video, and I'll see you again next time, guys. Bye bye.